we had a quick chat about dense strength and that the program that you've been going through for the past. How long have you been in this program for?
Yeah, I've been playing around with what's called dense strength training method. I've used it for rugby boys a lot this season as well, and had good results from it.
How would you describe dense strength?
Dense strength essentially is repetitive sub-maximal loads, so heavy-ish, but not quite to failure, and doing it repetitive with not quite enough rest.
And is there a percentage that you play in, or can you do dense strength hypertrophy, dense strength maximal strength, dense strength power?
Yeah, 100%. So you can use it in all different ways, and you can adapt the system. Essentially, it's going back to what you'll see in some CrossFit boxes, where you do a set amount of reps on the minute. Whatever time it takes you to do that exercise, the remaining time in that minute is rest, and then you repeat your effort.
So if we break that down, let's do traditional hypertrophy. I think a lot of people listening out there understand hypertrophy. So if we do traditional hypertrophy, and can we just use 8 to 12 reps, and let's say 80%?
Yeah.
We're just going to stay the same. We're not going to do incline, decline. We're just going to stay the same.
Yeah.
For ease. So take us through how you would do traditional following that, and we sort of just did, didn't we?
Yeah.
And rest period. So, but then can you juxtapose that to dense strength for us, please?
So, well, if you take hypertrophy, for example, you want to do 8 to 12 reps, and you want to be giving yourself enough of sufficient rest time in order to then repeat that effort and lift those heavy loads and fail somewhere between 8 to 12 reps again. Likewise with strength training, if you're trying to hit heavier loads for 5 reps, for example, you need to give yourself a good 2 to 3, even up to 5 minutes recovery in order to repeat that effort and lift that heavy load again. With the dense strength method, they play more with the time frame, so they're not giving you enough rest required in order to lift that heavy load again, and sacrifice for that, you're pulling back your reps a little bit. One really good example I can give you would be a five sets of 5 training system. A lot of people with traditional strength trainers use, where you're lifting 5 reps to failure, you're having 2 or 3 minutes rest, repeating that 5 sets. That might take you 20 minutes to do that block of lifting. And with that, you'd be using somewhere around the 80% mark of your 1 rep max. What we can do with the dense strength training method, you can lift that same 80% load, but only do 3 reps at a time, and do 10 sets of it on the minute. So you're doing 3 reps, rest the remainder of that minute, repeat it 10 times. With that dense strength, with the traditional sense, the 5 sets of 5, you're going to lift 25 reps, and it's going to be heavy and hard. Mm-hmm. With the dense strength method, you're going to do 30 reps, and the first 5-6 sets, you're going to be lifting with better form, because you're not actually going to failure, so you're getting better quality reps, and you're getting obviously more reps in the same, even less amount of time. Yeah. So
it's a way, it's a strategy that you use to get more work done in sometimes the same amount of time, or even a lesser amount of time.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then in training we talk about input A leads to output B. You play rugby.
Yeah.
We spoke about pre-season, so that's an input to the body. The reason why we do hard training in the pre-season might be to bulk up, but then when we start playing rugby, the output is you will be better at rugby.
Yep.
It's pretty simple training, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
And so hypertrophy, traditional hypertrophy, input is 8 by 12, maybe 90 seconds rest, cumulative fatigue, 8 to 12 reps at 80%. By that 4th rep, you certainly have a lot of cumulative fatigue, and then that's the input. The output is bigger muscles. With dense strength, have you found that because you're doing more volume in the same or even less time, have you found that maybe yourself, because I've seen you do it, or maybe with clients you're finding equal or sometimes better results? Like, can you give us an example of where you think it's really worked for someone?
Yeah, so...
Or yourself even, Ken?
Yeah, for sure. I ran the program on myself for 3 months before I trained anyone on it, and had really good results. it was during the lockdown period, so the gyms were shut. All I had was a set of gymnastic rings, so I did chins and dips with the rings. At the time, I think my max chin ups, I was somewhere around 9 reps on the rings, and I did a series. There's different training protocols and stuff with the dent strength, but in the simple form, I did 10 by 3. Once I completed 10 sets of 3, then I tried to complete 4, 4, 4 to 10 sets of 4, and then once I could complete 10 sets of 4, then I went to 10 sets of 5, and it gradually built up my volume over time. When I came back into the gym, I went and did heavy weighted chin-ups, and I tested my ring pull-ups, and I could get up to like 15 reps without weight. And my weighted chin-up, even though I hadn't done weighted chin-ups for 3 months, my weighted chin-up had gone up as well.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a good way. It's got a built-in periodization method to it as well.
Can you share?
Yeah, like I say, if you've hit your 10 sets of 3 or whatever it is on the day, if you complete all your sets, the next time you come in, you try and do 4s.
Oh, so it's embedded in the system. Once you can do 10 by 3, client, Andrew, then we're going in 10 by 4.
Yeah. And then you might only get the first 2 sets, you might hit 4, 4, and then you go back to 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And then obviously the next time you come in to train again, you try and improve on what you did last time. So there's already that periodization, the progression built into the system.
It's quite beautiful in its simplicity, isn't it?
It's so simple.
Yeah.
And
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then it seems though another benefit, we're in Hong Kong, everybody. And as Campbell and I look out the window here, it's very busy here in Hong Kong. And you would say a lot of the clients we work with, Campbell, come in with time constraints. And there's almost an undercurrent. Not all our clients, not all like that, but a lot of our clients come in and say, hey, I'm busy. Don't mess with my time. I want results. Here's what I can give you as far as time and energy and all those things that everyone's different. Have you found that this has been well received? Because it does seem to be very efficient with timing.
Yeah. The big thing is, especially in the personal training industry, I might see someone for 2 or 3 hours a week. I want to make those 2 or 3 hours in that week the most beneficial as possible. So if I can get more work into less amount of time, it gives me more time to get more benefits from the training. And
so let's just do that with, can we choose a squat?
Yep.
Love a squat. So you've just done your dent strength, and instead of doing 5 by 5 for 20 minutes, you've done 10 by 3, you got 30 reps, and maybe instead of 20 minutes, by the way you described it, maybe we get it done in 18 minutes.
Yep.
And then will you use that same protocol, let's call it the dent strength protocol, on if just say sometimes people we do accessory work as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But it's pretty valid, isn't it? The accessory work. Will you follow the same stuff with your accessory work, or you'll just do the main lift? How does it? Would you program it like that? Have you done it?
Yeah, for sure. You might do an A series and a B series. You could even superset them.
Oh, nice.
For example, if you're coming in to do squats that day, your big lift would be your squat, so you could do your dent strength style there, and then you could do accessory work. You could do, for example, you're doing a lunge and a leg curl or whatever. You could superset those and do them on every other minute. So for example, that would be a 20-minute block. On minute 1, you'd do lunges. On minute 2, you'd do leg curls. And you could do that in time-restricted training as well.
So that could be 30 working sets.
Yeah.
Whoo! Yeah. Man, that's impressive, huh?